Going live. Okay.
Recording in progress.
All right. Greetings, family, friends, and the world. This is Mikael Eric Harris, better known as the Juice, also known as the Alkaline Water Guy. How is everyone doing on this beautiful night after Sunday? The day was uh, February 15th, 2026. This was January 15th, 2026. And tonight we're here at around 9 p.m. This is Fight Fire with Truth, which is open conversation. This is Fight Fire with Truth, which is open conversation. I'm your host, Mikael Eric Harris, better known as the Juice, also known as the Alkaline Water Guy. And tonight, like I said, is Fight Fire with Truth, which is open conversation, which we come here on Sunday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Time and have an open conversation about whatever we got going across the board. And if we get into the knowledge about the private that we share on our private class, we only can go so much and so far in because we can't let too much information get out compared to what we're doing to free ourselves from this quote unquote satanic Roman Empire. So right now we're going to start off with our prayer. After we start with our prayer, we're going to go into a conversation. I'd like to thank my brother Patrick out of the UK, one of my dear brother Cass brothers, which is Cass. He introduced Patrick to us, and Patrick is in with us tonight so far over here on Zoom. But right here we are on YouTube Live, Facebook, Instagram, and on Zoom. So we're going to start off with our prayer. Then after the prayer, we get off into our conversation for the night. Blessed be thou, Father of the universe, that bring forth all living creatures forth from the earth. Blessed be thou, Father of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Blessed be the Father of Israel. Blessed be the Father of 12 tribes of Israel. Thank you, Father, for all you've done, been doing, and plan to do. We ask you to keep giving us wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, life, health, and strength, food, shelter, and clothing. Let us be happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, and prosperous in all that we do. We ask you to keep leading and guiding us so we can help lead and guide others in your knowledge, your word, your ruach, and your way. We also ask you to help us in every way, lead and guide us in every way, and allow us to retain the knowledge and information that you give us, that we will hold it, retain it, and help others with it. We ask you to forgive us of any sins that we have done in time past, today's time, and time to come, of us, our ancestors, and our forefathers. Forgive us of the sins and trespasses we've done against you, and you've also trespassed against us because we have trespassed against you. We ask you to forgive us of all these things. We also ask you to lift the spirit of deep sleep from us that we may grow into your glorious light and bring this world into your fruition. We praise you, bless you, and thank you for all things in your holy word and spirit and all things we pray. And also we ask you to help us in every way, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, financial, or spiritual. In all these things we pray. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Praise you, Almighty. Thank you, Father. Praise you, Father. All right. So right now we starting introduction to no. Tonight is Fight Fire with Truth, and this is open conversation. We got our brother Patrick out of the UK online with us tonight. He says it's about 2 o'clock where he at right now, so he can stay on as long as possible if he like. But other than that, if there's any questions you want to ask to Patrick right now, we'll go into that and we'll go as far as we can. But did you find the NDA in your email?
I don't have access. I don't have access to my email now, but I'll check it out in the morning when I get in the office.
Okay, when you do, just go in, just look for under Lakhym LKHYYM at Gmail in your search engine, and put NDA behind it, and it should pop up. Matter of fact, let me let you know when you should have gotten it. Hold on, I can check it for you real quick. Mm. I got me a free phone. What not free phone? I got my phone free now because usually this would be one of the ones. But I got me. One of the students sent me, and I thank you, Father. One of the students sent me a computer which I've been needing for quite some time, and I'm really thankful of it. Excuse me. Hold on. Okay, let's see here. Trying to see which one. Trying to see when you. Okay, got G1 coming in. Hold on one moment. And, Patrick,
Yeah.
what's your email?
It's hello@uhealing.com.
That's right. Hello. Got you. Hugh Healing, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, hold on. Hold on one moment. Okay, let me see. Okay, Gabe. Hmm. I thought for sure I sent it to you, the NDA. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to resend it because I don't see it here at the moment. I know I thought I sent it. Okay,
Yeah, I did look through it. I didn't see it, but I thought maybe it might be a transfer.
it's no problem. I can try to send it again. But other than that, is there anything else you want to talk about? I'll let you know when you get in a few minutes. But ask any questions you want to talk about or speak on at this moment in time. I'm surprised my brother G1 didn't come in.
I understand that the document in question that we're talking about, once it's processed, does that get all of those agents off your back?
What we can say is this: once we don't want to talk so much on it, but once you once hold on.
If you can't answer, it's
No,
okay.
no, no, no. It's good. It's good. I like to go as far as I can because some people need to know somewhat, but we ain't gonna go off into it because what I'm gonna say is this. I'm gonna say it like this. Here we go. Right here. Hold on. Here we go for you. Right here. I got this for you real quick. So I'm still doing. I can't talking when I'm trying to be focused. Hold on, real quick. Put this in here. Paste. Okay, here we go. Tell me when you got it. You can't see if it come up, can't you?
No, I'm not in the office at the moment, so I don't have access to my laptop.
Okay, I mean,
So
I thought you might could have on your phone, but yeah, still, I just sent it. You'll see the information in there is in word form, and you can just go in there, pull it up, and go from there. So, just to
I'll go
share,
check.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'll go check it out in the morning.
Okay, great, great. Now, ask that question again. What was your question again?
So once we fill in that document, we send that get the certain agents off our back?
I'll put it like this. I know you over in the UK. Once you put it like this, this is putting the information that we have. I'm going to say it in the simplest form, just in case anybody would like to know more information as well. Once you get this information, and what we do is, I might as well tell you like this. We teach you to understand and to know your executive office. And by being, this is your executive office, everyone has put like this is a seat that we all supposed to be sitting in. Everyone has a chair, a chair like a fingerprint. This is your fingerprint, and this is your jurisdiction for you and you only. It's like a chair that you're sitting in, like a crown, like a king's chair.
Yeah.
This is your chair, like your fingerprint. But what has happened is the Vatican, the Pope, the industrial complex of England, and a lot of and the corporations around the world has become fiduciaries over your trust, and they're not in your seat, but they occupy your seat until you get in it. And they're not teaching the people what they need to know to occupy their seat. So prophecy is happening right now, and the Creator has certain people in the earth, because I know I'm not the only one, but it's certain people in the earth that's waking people up to get into that seat. And people are doing it in different ways, but the way I do it, and the way I teach step one, step to like school. You have steps you have to take in order to make your process valid, and like each step. Some people try to run and they skip holes, and that's the reason why a lot of people end up in trouble. So what we have done and what we have come to know, I don't mean believe or not. What we have come to know, me being an example, because I've been out here, been going to courts, winning my court cases and things like that. But I wasn't in my executive office. When I got in my executive office, those court cases just fell. Now I say fell, it was like they melted out my hands. I had 8 court cases. The first 4 I beat without being indexed, without being in my executive office. When I got in my executive office, they were practically doing this. My wife would tell you. She was shocked. And that convinced her to be more enthusiastic and more gung-ho on learning this information. She was mad and upset at first. She was upset, mad, and because she was tired of going to court and all the stuff I was going through. Now we don't even go to court. When they pull up behind me and they read my plates, they gone, or they back off and move. So,
I've noticed that happening already.
Huh?
I've noticed that happening already.
Are you indexed?
Yeah.
Okay. The index can only do so much for you, and I'm not taking away from the index. The index will help you because the indexing is the fiduciary over your trust. It takes the power of attorney over your trust, but not you. Because the key is this. When we were born, the world was born in a satanic system, which is the Roman government. The Roman government has taken control of each individual in the earth because they have papers, your birth certificate, if you have either one of these, birth certificate, social security card, or ID card. These 3 things hold people as a hostage and as a slave in the earth. A free slave, but a slave. When I say free slave, I don't mean a free slave to be free. What I mean by a slave that they can roam, but their jurisdiction is under the Roman government, the Roman Empire. If you understand what I'm saying. So the Roman Empire, and the reason why I say the Roman Empire, because the Roman Empire is still in control today. It's just under a whole different mask. The reason being is because I give you prophecy on it. I go in the scripture, show you prophecy, how the Roman Empire is still in place. I even can show you how the Roman Empire is still in place by 2 things. One is your mail. the system in place is your mailing location, and wherever you can mail something from your home to Africa, anywhere in the country in Africa, a city in Africa, to the house and street and home in Africa. Same thing in Europe. You can send wherever you are to somewhere in Europe, somewhere in China, somewhere in Asia, somewhere in Brazil. It's going to make it to that place. This is the Roman government broken all the way down to the quote unquote what they call the address worldwide. That's just one. The second one is the money, the fiat. That's worldwide. And they made it to the point where that's when it talks about in Daniel chapter 2, verse 40, when it said the iron shall break in pieces and bruise and subdue all things, it subdued everything in every way. So it's a lot bigger than people think. And that's why the Roman government is under church and state. That's the double head. They're under church, under the religious point, and they're under the state, the political point. They rule everything until you come out from under him, like the Creator said said it in Revelation, but he also said in Zephaniah. Zephaniah 2. Let me get it for you real quick. When the Creator said, come out from among her, my people, and be ye separate. Okay, hold on. I'm going to read that for you real quick. Zephaniah, I think that's near Haggai. Zephaniah, right here. Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1, 2, and 3. And this is talking about today. How I can show you about talking about today, I can go to number 4, verse 4, going to show you. But let's go ahead and hit it real quick. Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together, yea, gather together, O nation not desired. Actually, it's talking about us, which is the children of Israel, because we're not desired. Number 2, verse 2. Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the shaft, before the fierce anger of Yah, it says, Lord, come upon you. Before the day of Yah's anger come upon you. See, he's already angry now because the world isn't doing their due diligence in keeping his word. But let's keep it moving. Verse 3. Seek ye Yah. I say Yah because that's his name. His name is 68 and 4. That's what they called him by his name. Yah. It says Jah, J-A-H, but it's actually Y-A-H. Seek ye the Lord, which is Yah, all ye meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment. Seek righteousness. Tell the people to seek righteousness, seek meekness. It may be ye shall be hid in the day of Yah's anger. Number 4 is going to show you the key of where we at today. For Gaza shall be forsaken and Ashkelon a desolation. Gaza is what they're talking about right now. That's the destruction over there, right? That's the stuff that's going on now in Ashkelon. This is mainly talking about in this day and time where we at. But also over here in Revelations, I think that's 18. The 18 and 2. Revelations 18. If I can get to it, there we go. Right here. There 2 right here. I'll read from 1 on down to a certain point as well, because it's certain things that we're going to be doing in this day and time as well. But I started 1. Revelation 18 and 1. After these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. That's actually the glory of the Creator's word. And he cried mighty with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils and the hold of every foul spirit. That's going on today. If you look on YouTube and Instagram, you'll see how a lot of these, I'm just going to say it like this. Look at how the men are really leaving the women, and the women act like that they the cream of the crop. Men are actually leaving the women alone, and women are actually having fits that the men ain't messing with them no more. You know, and this is every foul spirit. And not only just that, but the foul spirit of all the wicked things that's going on in the earth. Not just the women, men, and the things that all people do wicked, which is outside of the Father's law. It says, and hold of every foul spirit and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird. Verse 3, for all nations have drunk the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacy. That's America, United States, which is America. That's the industrial complex of England, and is also the Pope. All these things are cahoots with, as in being the great whore over the earth, mainly America. We was given stuff, but Trump is setting a lot of stuff up now that people can't see. And he has cut off the whoredom from the whore that the United States used to be. A lot of people don't understand the situation. But verse 4, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her. Here we go right here. Saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. This is where we're getting into, Patrick. We're coming out from her by getting into our private office, which is your executive office. You're separating yourself from the satanic system. You're becoming the children of the Almighty. This is the private office. This is your executive office. This is us doing the job that we're supposed to do to wake everybody up, to break this system down, because this system is not a government, it's actually a corporation. And it's working as a corporation against the people. So by working as a corporation against the people don't know that it's working as a corporation against them. That's against them, because they have billions and millions in a trust that they don't know nothing about. But the Creator said in the scriptures, he has laid up the wealth of the wicked for the righteous. We're the righteous. We're coming into our great substance, as it states in Genesis chapter 15, 12 to 14. The 400 years we're going to go through hell, and then the judgment, which is the judgment of the Roman Empire throughout the whole earth, which was the coronavirus. And then the mark, which was the jab. A lot of people don't understand it. The jab was the mark, or the vaccine, how you want to call it. That was the mark of the beast. The beast is the system. I can break all that down too. The beast is the system. So by the beast being the system, the jab being the mark of the system, is the mark of the beast. And it says, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yah has remembered her iniquities. So that was the judgment. The judgment, the 400 years was from 1619 to 2019. The judgment over the earth was 2020. And then it says, and afterwards, they're going to come out with great substance. You're in the position of getting your great substance now, Patrick. You have to come out of them first, so you can get your the wealth of the wicked can be laid up for the righteous. Again, verse 5. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yah have remembered her iniquities. Verse 6. Now come what we're going to do to this system. Reward her even as she rewarded you. All the time we was going to court. All the time they had us going to court for stuff that wasn't even for not breaking the law. When you get stopped for a broken tail light, you get stopped for a cracked windshield, you get stopped for something that if you haven't hurt no one, harmed no one, or damaged anyone's property, you have not committed a crime. but they have been robbing the people, getting paid twice. They be getting paid out of their trust, then they get paid from you in general. They're asking sometimes for 10%. When they get your signature, they going into your trust. When they get your signature, they're taking from you stuff that you don't even know that's yours. That's what you come to our class to find out what's yours. That's what our class is about. But verse 6, reward her even as she rewarded you, Babylon, the system itself. And double unto her, double according to her works. In the cup which she has filled to her double. Would she fill for you? You're going to fill to her double, because now we're waking up. They didn't expect for us to wake up. The Creator is waking us up in the day and time that he expect, or he had for us to wake up. That's why these words in this book, to let us know what we need to know in the time that we need to know. Verse 7, Revelation 18:7. How much she have glorified herself. How much this nation over here in America has glorified herself. Thinking she's the greatest nation on earth. Hoeing with all these other countries, giving them what they want. Well, majority of people don't know because they're blind to it. How much she has glorified herself and lived deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give her. That's things that's going, but it's not talking about the people. That's talking about the people that has been in power. The so-called Democratic Party, the so-called, I guess you can say Republicans as well. Whoever's in that government doing the things they were doing. The Vatican, the people all over the earth, all these different entities or corporations feeding off the people all over the earth. And sorrow give her. For she said in her heart, I sit as a queen and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Verse 8, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine. Death and mourning and famine. And she shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong is Yah who judges her. Babylon. All these crooked corporations, all these people in high places. This is what it's talking about, and we are waking up. We're waking up. The Creator is anointing his anointed to awaken the people to do the job that they can do, or they can see to do, that they can see to do in order to do what they need to do to help the people in the masses wake up. So that's our purpose at waking up and getting into our executive office. It kind of like in a nutshell, according to scripture, instead of going in and giving the details about this information of the executive letter. If you understand, Patrick, how much of that did you get, or did you want to ask any questions to that?
Regarding which part?
Anything.
It's not dissimilar from anything I've heard before.
One more time, say that again.
It's not anything different to what I've heard before.
Okay.
It's good that you're relating what you're saying to scripture. I agree. The time is coming for the big change to take place.
The time is now. It's actually happening, but it's happening. It's not happening in a grand scale. It's happening individually. It's happening small as people are awakening. Because it's not going to come in a great big. It's going to come that time later on. But right now, we're awakening. And as we awaken, we're going to awaken others. And as they awaken, they're going to awaken others. And that's how we're going to bring this system down. If you understand what I'm saying. Yep, that's how it's happening, bro. That's how it's happening. And we in the day now. See, before, many times, we wasn't out of the... What I try to get some people to understand is this. Excuse me. What I try to get people to understand is this. It's timing for everything. Like it says in Ecclesiastes chapter 3, there's a time for all things under the sun. If any time before 2019, it wasn't our time. It was time for people to learn a little bit, but it wasn't their time to come into the position where we at right now. because the prophecy had to be fulfilled. 400 years, we was going to go through certain situation. Then the judgment over the earth, which was the coronavirus in 2020. And now afterwards, and say when, because you'll never know how long afterwards may be when it comes to the creator. But afterwards, we're going to come out with great substance. We're getting in the position of the great substance. You have to get in the position in order for it to receive something, because just like before, let's just say before you do a big game, you got to practice for it. We're in the time of practice right now. We're in the time of learning to get what we need to get to do what we need to do. Once we do that, you'll be ready. We always got to be ready. And that's the only thing I liked in that Scar said in Lion King. Be prepared. And that song just stuck with me. I didn't like Scar, but the song resonated with me. Be prepared. You know, but he wasn't prepared. He didn't know what to do because he didn't know how to lead. But being prepared is the key. And that's where we at. I just try to share, and just to share with you, I went to.
Would we prepare ourselves by just studying more, or how do we prepare?
Not only by studying, that's the key. But you got to act, you got to do actions with it. See, you got paperwork you got to do. See, you're learning the paperwork, but you got to do the paperwork too. It's actions you got to take behind the things you're doing. That's where we're at. See, where we're at, we teach you to learn the information. We teach you to know the information. We teach you to do the information. And we teach you to teach the information, because you got to know this information. Where we at in the class, my classes, you're going to teach this information. Before you can move on, you got to be able to teach this information. When you're able to do that, then you enter into the gates of heaven. Now, let me share that with you. Right now, we're in Revelation 12:12. Let me give that to you real quick. Turn right to it. Revelation 12:12 states, therefore, rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. That's the first part of 12. Therefore, rejoice ye heavens, and ye, which is you that dwell in them. That's in the mind. Though that heaven is in the mind. See, once you get in the position where me and some of my students are at, you live in the cops got behind him, it wasn't here in Detroit. It was in another state, but I ain't gonna say where. Cops got behind him. The cops got behind him. He said, move to another lane. They got behind him. Move to another lane. They got behind him. He said, okay, let me see what's going to happen. He wrote this, the next thing they started doing this. Then they did this. You know what he told me? Man, I felt like a king. That's how heaven feels. This is the gates of heaven. Once you get past the position that we just shared with you, once you start learning this information and have done the information and able to teach in this class, because all my students have to teach this information. All my students have to teach this information. They got to teach the information to move on. What's up, G1? Glad to see you, bro. Yeah, but Patrick, all my students in the class have to teach this information before they move on. They have to know it. They have to do it. They have to have done it. And then all the steps after they've done, they're going to have to teach the information before they can move on. Once they move on, then they're in the gates of heaven. Then they're going to be, it's so much more to pile on after that, but this is the foundation. Well, where we at is the foundation. So I'm glad you asked the question, and you'll see once you come. You'll have an understanding. Matter of fact, we got a testimony coming up this Tuesday. We got a brother got a testimony, and he's got a good one too. We got a testimony coming up Tuesday. I'm not going to spoil it and say it here, but he called me and told me, he said, man, I got to tell somebody what happened. I was talking to another brother that I hadn't seen in years. He was a security guard at one of the stores when I was going into to make some sales of my alkaline water. I do alkaline water and alkaline teas. So I was going into the store. Man, how you doing? I said, man, what's going on? We talked for a minute. Me and him talking. I'm telling him the same thing me and you're talking about because I share information everywhere I go. So I'm talking to him. Next thing you know, my student called. Man, I got to tell you, man, I thank you for going to your classes, man. I said, well, what happened? Man, I got to tell you what happened. And he told me his testimony right there in front of the brother. And I'm going to tell you, time is now. That's all I can say. Time is now. I know my purpose in the earth because it was told to me spiritually, mentally, then physically, 3 times. Told to me 3 times. I know my purpose. My main thing is that before I even got on this road, I asked the Creator, before I even got on the road, I said, if you bring me to the truth, I'll put the truth in songs and writing and give it to the world. It's up to the world to accept it or reject it. And that was in 95. In 2005, I was in Atlanta. And I was on the train, on the MARTYR, sharing information. And sometimes people listen, sometimes people wouldn't. And then one time, people just laughing at me. So I was just talking, creating my mind. I was like, what's wrong? I said if you bring me to the truth, why the people ain't paying no attention? Spirit came to me and told me, you said about bringing to the truth, you put in songs and writing and give it to the world. It's up to the world to accept it or reject it. Right then, I wasn't worried about it. As long as I'm doing my job, I'm not worried about nothing. I'm not worried if people accept it. I'm not worried if people reject it. My main thing is I put it out there. It's up to them to accept it. They can't say it wasn't given to them. So my main thing is I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. So I'm good. If you got it, good. If you don't, good. Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me at all. My main thing is I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. You can't hurt me for doing my job, and then you try to make me feel guilty and give me the guilt trip. Can't give me no guilt trip. That's on you. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. If you feel like you good where you at, good, no problem. Even if you already in a group doing what you're doing. I talked to a brother earlier today. I said, brother, you can do what you want to do. My main thing is what we're doing. We got the foundation. Where we at, we know the foundation, just like I always tell my students, where we at, this is the foundation to build your Empire State Building on. The Empire State Building is built on solid ground. And I tell them, you ain't going to build it on wet cement, so don't be trying to rush. We're turtles here. That's what I told my students. We're turtles here. We ain't trying to rush nothing. We're turtles. You want to make sure you get it. You're going to get it right. We're turtles over here. And then what shocked me, now I can say what kind of shocked me just last week as I was telling them that it came up, I think on Instagram, YouTube or somewhere, someone was saying turtles, they think they're the longest living mammals. Why? Turtles, they go from turtle to tortoises. They live for hundreds of years. I was like, dang, that kind of hit me right there. So some people would feel offended to be called a turtle, but they're the one who run the race. Why? Because the race isn't given to the swift or the strong, but those who endure until the end. The turtle won the race. The hare was too fast. And like I said, he's going to run so fast, he's going to fall back in the ditch. A turtle going to take his time, do what he got to do, make sure the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. And that's how we move. We got people right now turning paper in saying, can you sign it? No, we can't sign that. It ain't right. We go over and over again. They still doing it wrong. No, we ain't signing it till you do it right. Sit down, go over and look at it. That's how I am. Some people may not like the way I am, but I'm going to make sure you get it. But just like a father, a lot of people appreciate their father later on. They may not appreciate him right then and there because he's hard on them. But a lot of time being hard is always good in the long run. It'll save your soul. So that's kind of like how I am, Hope I ain't go too long on that, Patrick. Did anything else you want to say, or did you get everything I was talking about on that point? Okay, I just wanted to make sure you were understanding where I was coming from. But I guarantee you start when you get to the class. I know you've been busy. When you first come to the class, now you got the NDA. Send that by tomorrow. That way you'll be in. So when you get in, you can stay in the full class. Because what I'm doing is the first time someone come in after the NDA, I let them stay the first time through the whole class. After the end, because that's their first time coming, just to give them a insight. But after the end, anyone who haven't gotten their NDA in, they don't go no further than the syllabus, which is the same thing as in your calendar when I send it to you. And once you get that and get your NDA in, then you go through the syllabus and the first part, all the way up to well, I ain't gonna say all that. I'm just gonna leave that alone because that's part of the class. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. Syllabus is good enough because that's what everybody gets. Once you send me your NDA, and you'll have the link to get in. Once you have the link, the Zoom link, because that's Zoom only, that's private. On Tuesdays only, that's private. So no one else is allowed to come in unless you have sent your NDA and your information and you've gotten your link for me to come in. And I know everybody who's coming. I know everybody who's coming, and I monitor everything. So, okay, Tuesday class, Eastern time, which is Eastern time, we have it 2 times at that time. We have it 7:30 a.m. Eastern time for people who's working at night or late. They can get in early. Or we have it at 9 p.m. that night. So everybody that's working early, they can catch it then. But by you being in the UK, you might want to get in, because I think at 7:30, it's about maybe 11, 12, 1. Huh? There you go. Then you might be able to catch it if you're not working nowhere. So yeah, I've done that around the beginning of, should I say, around late December, within the last 2 weeks of December, I started doing it like that, so everybody can get in, because I was doing it at 6 p.m. Eastern time, and everybody couldn't make it at that time, starting last September. So around the second or third or fourth week of December, I started doing it twice on quote unquote Tuesdays. So that way people can make it at one point or another. But it's been going good. And the way I'm doing my classes now, people are rushing to get in their office. I'm just gonna say it like that. The way I'm doing my people rushing to get, and they're not only, it's not about them rushing it, it's about them, they're more enthusiastic because they're hearing the testimonies behind what I've been sharing. They're here, they come in with, like I said, I got one brother got another testimony that he's gonna share this Tuesday. So yeah, it's something, man. And I'm proud. I'm proud. When I say I'm proud, I'm thankful to know and see the works that's happening. That's all I can say on that point. Say again? You say it's kind of late? I couldn't hear you, bro. Patrick? Hello?
Yeah.
I couldn't hear you.
I have to leave the platform, unfortunately.
Oh, no problem. No problem. I know it's not, it was about 2 o'clock, 2 or 3?
It's 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock. Let me let you go, man. Hey, I thank you for being here, though. I will be on tomorrow, same time tomorrow night. But you can or not, you can come on or not. It's all right. But I look forward to seeing you Tuesday rising my time. No, Tuesday 7:30 this time, my time. But I'll be looking forward to seeing you.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, bro. And we'll talk then.
Take care.
All right, you too, my bro. And I can't wait to see you on Tuesday, man, because it's going to be a good conversation.
Likewise.
All right, bro. Peace. All right. What's up, G1? I'm glad you made it, bro. I just had a conversation with the brother out of UK. He's a new member that Cass had brought in and shared the information with him about our classes. And he kind of excited. So He was asking some questions. I just wanted to answer his question with what's going on this end. What you up to, bro?
Oh, not much, man. Just got home a little while ago, man. Just to, try to catch up, hear what you got to say today.
Yeah, today open conversation. We just open conversation. Like we got a couple of people in. Like we got Kenny Boo. What's going on? I see three people over here. I see Nadia, that's one of my aunties, and Kedia Richardson. I only see one up, so one of them here. So good to see you all over there on Facebook, whichever one of y'all stayed. It's good to see you here. And we got somebody over here on YouTube Live. I don't know who it may be because I don't see a name or anything. But whoever you may be, thanks for tuning in. But bruh, man, there's a lot of things going on, a lot of things happening, and people are waking up. That's all I can say, bruh. Talked to Brother Knowledge today. Told me to tell you, hey.
Wait, no way. You talked to Brother Knowledge?
Brother called me today. Yup. Me and him had a little conversation today. Yup.
No way. Oh.
He told me to tell you what's up, bruh.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Yeah, that's my brother, man. Right there. Knowledge, man. We go, yo, man. That brother right there is a true brother, man. He done held me down. When I had some turbulence going on in my life, that brother been always in my corner, man. He's a true, that's like fam.
Yeah, he a cool brother, man. We had good, long conversation, bro.
Yeah, that's what's up. What y'all talk about? Send me some of the stuff y'all was talking about.
We talking about what I'm talking about right now, about let's see. I was trying to see because he probably been texting me his email and everything. He hadn't got to it yet because he was a little busy. He texted me his name, but he hadn't texted me his email yet. I just need his email so I can get him into a. He want to start coming to the class as well and checking out what we're talking about.
Oh man, I'm glad to hear that, man.
Yeah, man. Well, I was shocked. He called me that I was riding. I said, "Yeah, what's going on, bro?" I said, "Who did?" But I was riding, so I couldn't look at my phone to see who it was. I logged in while I was talking on the vehicle, and he said, "Man, yeah, brother." No, I said, "What's going on, bro?" And he asked me when I talked. I said, "Yeah, I talk." I said, "I talk to him almost every week. He be online with me." You there for real? I said, "Yeah." So just told him that we be hollering at each other, talking, and sharing information.
That really made my day to hear that right
there. Yeah, man. Shoot, man. It's got to make some things happen, bro. It's time to make things. No, things is happening. It's not time to make it's happening. Man. And I feel, man, you don't know how I feel to see things happening for people because I am doing my work. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. And I'm thankful to see how it's happening and building with other people, how it's helping other people.
Yeah, man, that's what it's like you said, man. That's what you always been here to do,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The fruits of your labor.
That's it, bro. You know what I'm thankful though, really? I'm understanding why I went through Imperial to come to understand where I'm at today. And the reason I say that is because Imperial was of the Roman Empire. I didn't know anything about the Roman Empire before I got to Germany. When I got with the group Imperial, all I knew that we had something to do with the Bible. I didn't know what it was because I didn't know the Bible like that. I read and seen things and I didn't understand it. But when I was with Imperial, I started to understand. And I remember them saying Vini, Vini, Vini. And then we killed Caesar at the end of the first video. I was like, oh, okay. I still didn't have a really understanding, but when they translated Vini, Vini, Vici, it means I came, I saw, I conquered. Okay. Still didn't ring a bell to me. Really, all of it didn't ring a bell until after I went through my spiritual awakening. And then I started growing first in who I know I am, first in the Hebrew Israelite way of life, then start understanding that when I got to the Council of Nicaea, the Roman Empire, the Vatican, things started to come together. I'm like, oh, okay. Then I started to understand the Roman Empire, the way the Creator led me through Imperial. not Veni Veni Vici, Where You Go, which is Quo Vadis, and then Nostra Cooper. I never did get the translation for Nostra Cooper, but Nostra Cooper, and all of them was of the Roman Empire. But I'm dancing for that and stuff like that. I was with them 1 year, and then after that year, started reading for myself, then went to my spiritual awakening, and I've been on that road ever since. And come to understand what I know now about the Roman Empire. I understand the Roman Empire now compared to the rest of the world. I can say everybody, but what I've come to understand about that and where we are today, the prophecy in Daniel, the prophecies in Daniel, the prophecy in Jeremiah, and I can see the part. I see it clear as day. So my main thing is just putting it out there. So, like I said, they can accept it or they can reject it. I see and understand where I am, where the world is, where the world has been placed in, how the people are in servitude, not knowing it. And many is under the doctrine of religion, not realizing that, that's still of the Roman Empire. Because the Creator never gave a religion. He only gave his law, statute, and judgment. Religion came from man, which is the precepts of men. A lot of people don't know that. So, man, I'm just thankful to know where I'm at, and I'm thankful to see people coming out of this hellhole that they in. I'm thankful. Yeah, buddy, I'm thankful. So anybody over here got any questions or want to talk? I see some comments over here on let me see here. Nope, they ain't saying none, they just looking. Got my Uncle Avery, Uncle Anthony. What's going on, Uncle Anthony? You might be over there looking. Somebody over there. I see number 1 on Facebook. Uncle Avery is watching. What's up, Uncle Anthony? Yeah, buddy. Uncle Anthony, if that's you, I connected you with one of my posts with my name, number, and all my information in case you want to connect with me. So you got my number. All you got to do is open the post and you'll see the 770 number, and then that way you can call me anytime. But, bruh, I'm thankful. I think it's 52 minutes in. Is there anything you want to talk about in general, G1?
No, not really. Say you were 52 minutes. I came in at about 9:15. Nobody picked up the thing. So
No, you know what? I seen it. I clicked it, but I was looking for you to come in. I thought you was coming in then, but I guess it didn't pick up because I saw you.
Maybe you was getting a late start or something.
No. I actually was talking to Patrick at the time, and I tapped it, and I thought you was coming in, but it never came in. I actually went through my thing. I went down to my participants. I pulled it up. I was like, dang, he ain't there. So it didn't pick up.
Yeah, I figured you was coming on later. I was like, yeah, I'll just come back.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you came back, bro.
Nothing really, nothing that particular right now, man.
You know what? It was a post I did today. Matter of fact, I'm glad I got a free phone. I got a free device now. Got the new computer, so I got a free device now. I can pull up something. On Facebook, I did a post today, right? Let me pull it up real quick. Let me see. I did a post on Facebook today. Someone asked a question. Oh, here we go, right there. Here you go, right here. Someone asked a question. I don't know if y'all can see this or not. Put that right here. Someone asked a question on Facebook. Now, I'm going to read it in a few moments. Someone asked a question. They said, Saturday calendar, Pope Gregory was invented in 1582. How did it says Messiah keep Sabbath? Just asking, right? Well, he said Messiah keeps Sabbath. Anybody that's anointed is a Messiah. I'll just put it like that. All the anointed is a Messiah. It wasn't just one person. But I did this. I actually put something on here. I want to share this with y'all in a few months. So y'all ever go in there, y'all can pull it up. But what I did is I said, the pick in the post was from this question. My reply is below. Then I said what the brother had said before the pick. He said, can anyone tell me who is talking about Daniel 7:25? 25, and he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, excuse me, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of times, right? That's what he said. And I'm going to show y'all this pic one more time. That's what the pic. He was talking about this, and then he asked about Daniel 7:25. Then I'm going to tell you my reply. Then I'm going to tell you my reply. Just want y'all to see this one more time. Now, again, I'm reading his reply before the pic. Then I'm going to go into what I said. He said, can anyone tell me who this is talking about? Daniel 7:25. 25. And you got to understand who he is, and he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of times, right? Michael's Harris reply. My reply is right up under that, right? And what I said was this: you have to go to verse 23 first to get the understanding of those three verses. So what I said was you have to go to verse 23. So he was at 25. And I said you have to go to verse 23 first to get the understanding of those three verses. Matter of fact, Kenny Boo was the one that did it. Kenny Boo was the one who did the post. He's on Facebook right now. Nobody's the one looking, but he's the one who actually did the post. Right? So again, I said you have to go to verse 23 first to get the understanding of those three verses. Now, Daniel 7:23. The fourth beast is, now this is how I broke it down. The fourth beast is the fourth kingdom upon earth. The Roman Empire still today, that shall be diverse, which equals different from all kingdoms. That's the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire is the beast. I'm going to read that again. The fourth beast, that's what it says in 7:25. The fourth beast is the fourth kingdom upon earth. The Roman Empire still today, that shall be diverse, equals different from all kingdoms, and shall devour the whole earth, which is the whole world. Meaning all seven continents. All seven continents. He, the Roman Empire, shall tread it down and break it in pieces. He is the Roman Empire. That's who the Roman Empire is. That's the he that he's talking about. But as it go down, then I say example of fact. I made an example. You can send mail and use money anywhere in the world today. This is the Roman Empire. You can take, like I just shared with Patrick not too long ago. You can send from your house, wherever you at, and from me talking to you right now, where you sitting down talking, listening to me at, you can send something from your home to anywhere in the world. You can send it from here to Africa, here to China. Those are continents. But a country in and a city and the block or house in those continents, it'll make it there. You can send it anywhere in the world. It's going to make it there. On the seven continents that we know about. You can send it to Asia. You can send it to Brazil. You can send it to Canada. Wherever you're going to send your information to, it's going to make it there. That's the Roman Empire. It has control over the whole earth. People don't really understand. Now, part 2, I'm going to break down Revelation 13. This is equivalent to Revelation 13. This is the prophecy before Revelation 13. So I'm going to finish this right here. We're going to end part 1. Then when we do part 2, we're going to come back in Revelation chapter 13. I'm going to break that down. And this is all of the Roman government. So this is what I was just trying to share with Patrick. letting them understand how to come out from amongst that government and that rule. Because the Creator never gave religion; He only gave His laws, statutes, and statutes and judgment. And the code is in the scriptures, which people don't know about. We have the code. Many people have the code, but you have to understand the code, which is the law, which they can't go against. That's why they have legal instead of lawful. It's a difference. But let's keep it moving. Like I said, the example of fact, you can send mail and use money anywhere in the world today. This is the Roman Empire. That's why everybody's mind is on money, right? But what did the Creator give us? Agriculture, land, air, water, law. You need these to live. Land, air, and water to grow food, cattle, and to make your homes on. This is what the Creator gave us. But everybody's mind is stuck on the Roman Empire, which is what? Fiat, money, all this other stuff. And it's about to go to cashless to the point where you ain't got no money. It's in the air. It's digits on a computer. And when those lights go off, I wish I could cut what it's called. I ain't gonna do it though. When the lights go out, those digits is gone. If you ain't got no asset, you ain't got no tangible assets, you ain't got nothing. You just another poor man on the street. I don't care how rich you was. Okay, and another shall arise after them. This is the continuation of 24. And another shall arise after them equals the Vatican. This is New Rome. That was old Rome. Let me no. Let me feel. I didn't finish 24. That was the example of the world. This is the Roman Empire. Okay, Daniel 27:24 now. Daniel 7:24. The 10 horns are 10 governmental powers. The 10 horns are 10 governmental powers on the 7 continents. That's the 10 horns. Horns mean power. The 10 horns are governmental powers upon the Roman kingdom on earth. That's old Rome. That's when they went around conquering everywhere they went. The Crusaders. They went around. I'm going to show you all this in Revelations 13. Everything I'm talking about right now, this is prophecy about the revealing. See, Revelation itself is the revealing of prophecy. People just say Revelation. They don't understand Revelation is the revealing of the prophecy of what was spoken of here with understanding. You just got to understand the symbols and signs. A lot of people don't. So let's keep it moving. Daniel 24, the 10 horns are 10 governmental powers upon the Roman kingdom on earth, which is old Rome. And another shall arise after them. The Vatican, United States, and the industrial complex of England shall arise after them. Why? Because this is New Rome. This is where you went from Caesar to the Pope. This is where you went from power of Caesar under one rule to the Pope. Now you have church and state under the Pope. They got you on both ways. They either got you under the church for religious, or they got you under the state for political. They either got you under one or the other. They got you. What's up, Prince? How you doing, bro? Glad you can make it with us.
What's going on?
I'm glad you can make it with us, bro. Just going over a little information. Today is this is Fight Fire with Truth, which is open conversation, and I was just going over some information according to the Roman government, according to our class and information that we're learning or that I'm teaching to everybody to get to out of the class. But I'm not, I don't give too much because that the class is private. But I only giving so much. But I am giving a prophecy about the Roman government and the reason why everybody is under the rule of the Roman government. But I'm glad you can make it, bro.
Yeah, I told you I was. So.
Yeah, I got you, bro. I got some information I'm gonna share with you soon. Okay. I know you want to know about that about that converter situation.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay. And like I said, and another shall arise after them, meaning the Vatican, the United States, and the industrial complex of England shall arise after them. This is the new Rome. This is the new Roman Empire, how they have taken over. One part, old Rome, they had the gladiators, the games. The games in old Rome was the gladiators. When they was killing, I don't say murdering, but you can say murdering, killing, and stuff like that in the games. In New Rome, they have the games, but they're not killing each other, but they have mascots. They have mascots in New Rome, and they're playing the games, and everybody getting paid from playing the games. And not only that, excuse me, when they do the drafts for the football players, basketball and baseball, that's them auctioning that's them auctioning their slaves off the block. Those are slaves being auctioned on the block, rather. They're auctioning the different players for each team. Oh, I want that one. That's a good, I want to call them the ninjas. That's a good ninja. He gonna play for me. I'm gonna give him some funds, but I'm gonna really get paid off of his work ethics. That's what these companies do. And it's all about war. Long as you're doing this, it's war. I don't care if it's a man and woman. I don't care if it's friends. I don't care if it's games, basketball. Even though we play it, but when they've got it out there and everybody is so gun ho and your mind is all into it, that's how they take over. They got your mind. These games are all an illusion, but they're still of Esau, which is of war. If you're not moving together and you're moving like this, that's war. And that's the way he said, by thy sword shall thou live. And by thy sword is the war. And war is in many different ways. As long as we keep being back and forth against each other, war will always be at hand. And as long as war is still going on, Esau, or the system, should I say, for people, or the Roman government, all of them is the same. But spiritually, it's Esau spiritually. Because that's his spirit amongst all these different nations at war in one way or another. People can't see it. People don't understand it. They can't see the big picture. You have to see things spiritually. But let's keep it moving. Okay, I said, and another will shall arise after them, the Vatican, the United States, and the industrial complex of England shall arise after them, which is New Rome. Okay, and New Rome shall be diverse, which is different, than Old Rome. New Rome shall be different, which is diverse from Old Rome, and he, which is the Roman Empire itself, shall change. He is the Roman Empire, like he asked in his question. He is the Roman Empire, right? And he say he shall subdue. He shall subdue three kings. The three kings equal three kingdoms. Rome is going to subdue the three kingdoms. What three kingdoms are those? The first one, the Babylonian kingdom, Babylon. The second one, the Medes and the Persians. The third is the Greeks. These are the three kingdoms that Rome has subdued. They are in power now compared to the last three. That's all in Daniel chapter 27 and 24. Daniel 25. Now, Daniel 7:25. He, which is the Roman Empire, like I said, who he was, he, the Roman Empire, shall speak great words, which is blasphemy against the Most High. How did he speak blasphemy against the Most High? The New Testament. I'm going to share it with you in a few moments. He, the Roman Empire, shall speak great words, which is blasphemy against the Most High, Yah, through Christianity and the New Testament by the writings in red, right? Example, Matthew 5:21 plus, not 5 and 20, 17, 18, 19, 20, all that was true. But when you get to 21 plus, when it states, as a example, Matthew 5:21 plus, you have heard of old time. When he say that, you have heard of old time. But I say unto you, he blasphemed the creative word right there. How Jesus, Yeshua, whoever y'all get or call on, how is he going to change the creator's word? The creator said something. When the creator spoke, he seen everything from beginning to end, day one. Genesis 1:1, when he made the create, when he said, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, he seen everything from beginning to end in that one verse. Everything. Everything he seen from in that one first verse, he seen from everything from the beginning to the end in the imagination of his mind. Matter of fact, the first day was all the imagination of the creator's mind. He seen everything, and that's when he said about the wickedness of the man upon earth and the light, which is the law. And the spirit moved upon the waters. The waters is the people. All this was spiritual, but people don't see that. Everything is literal to majority of the people. But when you have a spiritual mindset to see things, you can see things for what it is. The first day was spiritual, no different than the blueprint. The blueprint. He didn't start creating until day 2. And when you go back and study, you'll start to see. He started creating until day 2. Day 1, he seen everything from beginning to end. He made the law. Wickedness was upon the people in the face of the deep. That first light was the law. That's why through the scriptures, when he talked about the light, when he talked about light, when he talked about light here and light there, that light is the law compared to wickedness, which is darkness. He separated the light from the darkness, and the light he called day. The darkness he called night. Well, we look at the light in 2 different ways. One light is the law, the other light is the light. But we knew at that time there was no light. He didn't make the light to the actual light till the 4th day. So then what light was he talking about the first day? It was the law. But in his mind, he imagined the days as they went. A blueprint of each day before the day got there. This is what I'm saying. People don't understand the law. They don't understand scripture. When the creator imagines, it's just like us imagining a blueprint. When you have a blueprint, you write it down, you see what you want to do before you start implementing what you're doing. So the first 5 verses in Genesis 1 was the creator implementing his thought, his image. That's why we are made in the image of the creator. The image, man is made in the image of the creator by the imagination of his mind. Your imagination of your mind, you create things through the imagination of your mind. That's how we're like the creator. He formed the body from the dust. That's the formation. But the image is from the mind. The imagination is from the mind. A lot of people don't even understand that. But hey, think what you want to think. I'm just trying to give you understanding. So, again, and right here it says, example of Matthew 5:21. Ye have heard of old time, but I say unto you, this is when they put they who? Who is they? The Council of Nicaea, and I got the research on it. The Council of Nicaea, this is when they made Christianity and blasphemy of the Creator. And I'm gonna tell you what, if y'all think Jesus was the whole time, get you a 1611 Bible and see if you got the word Jesus in the 16, which is the authorized King James Version. You tell me if you in the authorized King James Version, do you see the word Jesus?
Hey, yo, you know what? That made me think about a question I did have earlier today because I was reading something. I was watching something on Instagram. This Asian.
I'm listening.
He was talking about Jesus over there. He escaped. He really went over to Japan, him and his family, and they saying that the one that they really hung on the cross was his brother. But anyway, it made me think, and then somebody in the comment was talking about how the J wasn't invented until the 16th century or something.
That's right. That's right. Now, when I first, I think they didn't add it until 1604, but it was sometime in the 1500s they made the J.
I know, but hold on, listen to this. So not only Jesus, right? So what about John? Like how they talk about John?
Exactly.
He wrote Revelations, right? So that means it can't be a John either. What was John?
There you go.
Yeah, so I mean, but most people only focus on Jesus, but J is also in the name John. So how would his name be John if that wasn't?
And it wasn't his name.
Yeah, so what is his real name?
I don't know. I'm gonna tell you, I don't. But what I do know is that I do believe that a man did come and did some of the things that they profess to.
That's not what I'm disputing. I'm just trying to point out the name.
I'm with you on that. I'm with you 100%. I don't know. You know me. I'm not gonna speak on what I don't know.
Yeah.
But I do know there was a man that came, or should I say, I do believe. I can't say I know on that point, but I can say I believe, according to the story, that somebody did come, but they modified the story. I say that all the time.
Well, yeah, of course, the story is definitely modified.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the story is hidden. They don't want, you know what I mean? It's like the truth is powerful, right? Why would they want everyone to have the truth?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Like I gotta get my hands on the Ethiopian Bible. I've been hearing a few things on that, but I still see, even though they changed the words a little bit, the truth is still there. You just have to see through the rhetoric and the lies or the manipulation, should I say, that they put there.
I mean, you can always figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But they're not giving you straight up 100% truth. You have to figure it out. Like what you're saying is, yeah, you can use what they're giving you so far to try to come to get to the truth.
Yep.
But like just like straight up and down, they didn't just give it to you though, like at all.
Yeah. Because what I look at is that the Creator said that we's gonna go through these situations. He said if you don't keep His laws, you're gonna go through these situations. He's gonna send you to the land that ye know not. There you're gonna serve other gods, wood and stone, gods your fathers have known, where I will not show you favor.
So right now the guy from Japan that was talking about, about Yahshua really escaped him and his family over there. Because he's saying that they got stuff over there. But yeah, I'm gonna send it to you, let you look at it.
Yeah, I'll check it out. I check information out. I'll check information out. I like I allow, but I thank the Creator for allowing me to see and understand things for what it is and let it resonate with me. Because the Spirit upon me, when the Creator resonates stuff with me, I say, okay, I can see this and that and understand it better. Until then, I look and check and see things for what they are and ask the Creator to open my eyes to see, and He'll let me know. He'll wake me up. He'll show me certain things, and I'd be like, bam. I don't mean wake me up, but I'm just saying He showed me certain things at that time. Excuse me. Dang, He must have went out. But to finish up on this situation, like I said, the 1611 Bible, in that Bible, it has Isus. It doesn't have Jesus. It has Isus in it. This thing right here. Here we go. Yeah, it has Isus in it. Let me keep on going down. That's why I try to get people to understand. Because people are so wholehearted on what they believe and what's been given to them. I tell them to go to a Bible before that one and check it out. And you can't put a face with Isus. Isus and Jesus is two different things. That's how the blasphemy come. They blaspheme the Creator's word, and they blaspheme and they're worshiping Jesus. They call him Jesus God and all this other stuff. Son of God, but that was given to you by the Romans, who don't even know the Creator. So,
that Japan dude, he was saying how that Christ was just a title.
That's all it takes. Come on, say that again, bro.
He even says this. This is a Japanese dude, bro. Like he breaking it down, man. Like he going into some high power like stuff. It's very interesting what he was saying. But like, yeah, he knows the truth about a lot of what like how we know that that's not true.
Yeah, I've been telling everybody for long. If you look up the word Christ or Messiah, both of them gonna come out and say it only means anointed, or anointing. That's all it means. I'm sorry. Go ahead, G.
Nah, I was just saying how like this is just a fact of why they not giving you truth, bro. Because like you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm saying. It's not the truth. They not giving you the truth at all. Like we have to deduce the truth. You are using deduction and based on other things you've been through to figure out the truth.
There you go.
Like on face value, you won't get the truth. You have to go and actually have conversations with people who have built and did it. Like, you know what I'm saying? In order to really get it. Like, if you just was left with that alone, you wouldn't, you know what I mean? You would have certain degrees that you can come to through your own frequency, like you being tapped in. Because, like it says, like, you don't need no man to teach you anything. Like, you, if you just tap in to the source, like, you know what I mean? And just listen, you will get
what you need.
You know what I mean? But if people be indoctrinated into it, it's not like they just been given it to learn it on their own and try to figure it out. They be getting led astray. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
That's what I mean. But yeah, I'm about to send that to you right now.
Okay, cool, bro. I appreciate that, bro, for real. Because what he just said is true. I've been saying it for the longest. That's why it says in Genesis, Matthew 1:16, Jesus, who is called Christ. Christ is a title. That only means Christ is Greek for anoint or anointed or anointing in English. Messiah is Hebrew for anointed or anointing in English. That's all it means. And if people really dig deep like I did, you'll come to see that all the vessels was anointed, was called Messiah in Hebrew. The temple was anointed, which was called Messiah in Hebrew. And that is what was cut off in Daniel chapter 9:25. And the Messiah shall be cut off. I did research on all that. I give you the facts on it. But hey, you got to understand the title and the understanding of the meaning of the words first. Because other than that, you're gonna believe something that you already been taught. You gotta get an understanding, get wisdom, get knowledge, but in all thy getting, get an understanding. Why? Because understanding will keep you. If you don't get no understanding, you're gonna believe anything that you're gonna believe every wind of doctrine that was brought to you. But hey, let's keep it moving. Over here, that was example. But I say unto you, that was my example in Matthew 5:21 plus. And 21 on through. He'll say several times, he's going to disrespect the Creator. You have heard of old time. If you read in chapter 4 of Matthew, he said, you have heard, it has been said. He ain't saying he said, oh, he said, it has been said. Whatever he said to when he talked to Satan, when Satan was trying to tempt him, as they say. It has been said in the scriptures. He ain't saying you have heard of old time. See what I'm saying? Then, when he said you have heard of old time, then he said, but I say unto you, that right there, you blaspheme the creative word. You're going to try to take the word and change it. People can't see that, though, because they do religiously. They religiously caught up. You know what I'm saying? But hey, the other half of 725. And shall wear out the saints of the Most High, which are the Israelites, the chosen of Yah worldwide. Wear out the saints. This is the Roman Empire who shall wear out the saints worldwide. And think to change times and laws. Yes, he think to change times and laws. And then I did another example. To start a new day in the middle of the night. How are you going to start a new day in the middle of the night? It's 12 o'clock midnight, but this is supposed to be a new day. Think to change time and laws. Don't that sound dumb? People don't even stop to even think about it. Number one is, it ain't even day in the middle of the night. It's night. The light he shall call day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening, the second half of the day, and the morning, some people going, it was evening before it was morning, so it didn't say evening till morning. He said evening and morning. The evening and the morning is a day, which is the light period. At the rising of the sun is the morning. The peak of the day is the beginning of the evening and the end of the morning. Then you have the evening, beginning of the evening, mid-evening, and late evening until the sun go down. So you got the evening and the morning, which is a day. Then you got the night period, which is darkness. Then they forget the whole half of the first night. When the sun first goes down, that's the beginning of the night before the next day. The beginning of the night before the next day, meaning this night goes with the cycle of the next day. They at least connect the middle of the night with the next day that's coming, but the first half of the night, they miss. The first half of the night is from, let's just say 6 o'clock when the sun is down. Let's just say 6. We know it's not 6 because we know the equinox and all that comes about at a certain time. But we'll just say when the 6 o'clock at night come until 12 midnight is the first half of the night. The first half of the night. Then you got the other half of the night until dawn break. So that's night, and then you got day. First half of the day, the second half of the day. So you got night first, 12 hours. Then you got day, 12 hours. People just don't think. They shall think to change times and laws. Where we at? Example, to start a new day in the middle of the night and one back. Start a new day in the middle of the night, and what was the other one? And to start a new year in the middle of winter. The year starts in the springtime. They start a new year in the middle of winter, in January. And they call it January, which is the two-headed deity that looks back to the past and forward to the future, a two-headed deity. But people don't think. They don't research. They don't look up. But you get someone like myself telling them, oh, you crazy. But they the one who's up here saying I'm crazy, and I'm showing them information and facts. Hey, I ask them bring me to the truth. Accept it or reject it.
Going on that video, I think I just said you check it out now. Like since we on open mic and all of that, just
okay. Let me finish up what I'm doing, then I'll go into it. I got it. But if I got it, I'll see in a few minutes. But I'm gonna finish up what I got real quick because I wanted to finish up this combo real quick where I was at. Like I said, then after it says, then I gave an example. Genesis 1:5, and Yah called the light day equals evening and morning. Equals evening and the morning is day. This is what imagination, which is blueprint. This was the imagination, which is the blueprint before anything was created. Creation started day 2. Day 2 is when creation started. Then it says, and they shall be given in his hand. This is the ending of 25. And they shall be given in his hand by the Most High, given into his hand. They should be given into the Romans' hands, which is by the Most High, until a time, which is the Greeks, and time, which is the Romans, and the dividing of time, which is the 400 years. Then Daniel 7:26. But the judgment shall sit, and they, which is Israel, shall take away his dominion, which is the Roman dominion, to consume and to destroy it until the end. And then I got key verses, Daniel 7:17, 18, and 21, verse 22 and 21 and 22. So Daniel still chapter 7, verse 17 and 18, and Daniel 21 and 22. These are two keys to 23 through 25 as well in the same chapter. Then I shared, which is happening now as we awaken and depart. Come on now. Finish up this point. I know I didn't touch it.
This is how health.
You're doing well. I didn't just touch that. Come on now. There we go, right there. Finish this up. At this last point, it says, which is happening now as we awaken and depart from this satanic Roman Empire system. This is the revealing of Revelations 13. I have the facts to that as well. I hope this was educational for you. Time is now. Now, we're going to do that in part 2. But I'm going to go ahead and check out what G1 just sent. Check this out real quick. There you go.
My name is Shindo Izumi. I'm from the Izumi clan, and I want to talk to you today about strange history that's been circling around, the theory that Jesus Christ did not die on the cross and came to Japan. And as you can see, there is a site called the Tomb of Christ that a lot of this lore revolves around, and it is in northeast Japan, and it's said to be the place that Jesus Christ came to after escaping the crucifixion, and eventually he passed away. And the folklore of this place also says that the person who was actually put on the cross was Isukiri, who was Jesus's brother. Now, my family carries the crest of the Great Crow, or Yata Garasu. And Karasu, which is the Japanese word for crow, seems to originate in the line of shepherd kings of the Near East. And this lineage begins with Tammuz, the Sumerian god king, who is depicted as a shepherd. It is inherited by Jesus Christ, who is depicted as a shepherd. Lord Krishna is also a part of this tradition. And then you have Cyrus the Great, whose Elamite name is Quraysh. Muhammad seems to also be a part of this tribe. He is from the Meccan tribe of Quraysh. I'm actually from the family that traveled the Silk Road and became the Great Crow, or Yata Garasu, in Japan. So a lot of this lore about Jesus coming to Japan actually revolves around this suppressed family history. As I mentioned earlier, in the lore, Jesus Christ's brother, who's put on the cross instead, his name's Isukiri. There is a grand shrine in my family called Ishikiri, and Ishikiri is spelt stone cutter, so refers to Freemasons. My understanding then is probably the story of his crucifixion was faked by Masons. The person they called Jesus Christ, because Jesus Christ is the title and the name of a god, his lineage was saved and brought to Japan. The whole tale was engineered to hide this. The people who worked on this, my family, embedded the clues of this truth in a lot of Japanese esoteric sites. So that's actually the true story of the Tomb of Christ. And here it is. Merry Christmas from Kyoto. My name is Shindo Izumi. I'm from the Izumi clan. And I want to talk to you today about strange history that's been circling around. The theory that Jesus Christ did not die on the cross.
Okay, start over. What I'm going to do is I want to check that out. I'm going to go into that and check that. I'm glad you sent it to me. Matter of fact, I'm going to save it.
Yeah, but like, you know what I mean? There's a man in Japan that's telling, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like more puzzles of the pieces of the puzzle be getting revealed as time goes by, you know what I mean?
Yeah, more comes out. I was looking for him to say the true name, because I know that even though he was saying Jesus, then he was saying that when he said something there, said, well, this isn't the true name, but that's the title. I said, okay, I'm trying to see where he's going, because we all know that his name wasn't Jesus. So exactly. I'm with you. So I listened for clues. So I was listening to what he was saying, and was he going to try to say, well, that was not his true name, or just to see what he said, because when people stick with something, that's what I'm saying. So when people stick with something for so long, knowing that it's a lie, but then they don't come out and try to give a point, you can't hear when they put the truth in there, because everybody, and like I said, I understand, everybody believes something for so long, they're going to go with what they're saying. But it's at a time when you try to take that lie and show them and see how many people catch it. Because some people may not catch it, because he might still be telling the story to get people to believe the story, but they got to get that truth in there. That truth has to be dropped in there for those who know the difference. So just like when I'm listening to something, I'm listening to hear the full potential, because I give people a chance to share information, but I'm listening for that dime piece, that jewel, that that breaks up the manipulation. That's what I'm listening for. So when I hear something, okay, I got you. But if I don't hear them, like, oh, then I don't just totally discredit it, because now I want to ask questions.
Like, did you even broke down where that's from?
No, I didn't. I mean, I want to go back to it. That's why I'm glad I played it. And I got it.
No. I'm saying how you always say Jesus is not his name, right?
Yeah.
Going into the origins of that name, why they choosing to put that name? Why is it in there? Why did they replace it with this name? Like, have you gone into the history of that name?
No, I put it like this. I went into the history to understand that Izus, from what my study was, now I can't say what anybody else does. My studies is, and from what I have learned from my late teacher, Izus is from two pagan gods. Ea is the Babylonian god. Zeus is the Greek god. They combined the names. So that's where they got Izus come from. That's where Izus came from. And then when they got the J in when they created the J, they added the J and took the I out, and this is where Jesus came from. Now I know that point. I know up to that from the history, from what I know. Anything outside of that, I don't know, but I do know that they didn't have a name there in the first place. When they first came up with the Gospels, they didn't have a name there, even though the name was supposed to be in Yeshua. They didn't have a name there until they decided to put either at that time they started with Izus. So that's either one or the other. But I knew the Council of Nicaea started off with Christianity over the world when they came into power. That's what they pushed. And the Crusaders went around making the world accept Jesus Christ, or they killed them off. So this is where the Greek and the Roman Empire, the Creator put it, like I just read not too long ago, he put it in their hands for a time, then a time and a half, or half-time. So that was the Greeks, the Roman, and the 400 years. We out of 400 years now. Now it's our time to wake up. And a lot of truth is coming out. That's why I really want to get back and check out a little bit more of this information as well, because we're still waking up. A lot of other cultures know more than us because they were the gatekeepers of our history. You know what I'm saying? They were the gatekeepers of our history. Our history has been whitewashed, not realized our history is actually in here. But we're still gaining the most part of it. And the law is the bottom line, not only for just us, for the whole world, but we were given power over the law because we was the one that was with the Creator when he gave the law. That's why I say, Israel, only you have I known. No other nation don't know the Creator, but Israel. That's why we're going through the hell we're going through. We getting whooped the way we're going through. The reason why we're getting whooped is because we're not keeping the law. He's waiting for us to turn back and keep the law. Once we get back to the law, the blessings will start to overflow. Then we're going to be a nation of priests, a kingdom of priests to all other nations. But other than that, this is the end of part one. I don't even know if I'll probably call this. I was starting off with what's called looking like Rome, information on Rome. I'll probably call it that. Yeah, something about Rome. It's about the Roman Empire, because that's what we're getting into today, to show the information of Rome. I might put it there, information of Rome.
Full of history, bro, because the original name for Japan ain't even Japan. It was Nippon.
Nippon?
Yeah, Nippon.
Oh, okay. But there you go. Because remember, they came in and changed everything. That's what it says. The history of Rome. My West said the history of Rome, because like you said, the Romans, they came and took over the earth. They changed names everywhere they went.
The people who say change the history is the people who have the reason to change the narrative. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People who, like you said, they dominated, and so they want to erase history, or they want to change the name and all of this kind of stuff like that. They start changing names. They start changing up the story. All of this, so like this is all people's history have been changed.
That's fact, bro.
Go talk to Russians or any sort of people, like, you know what I mean? They'll tell you, oh no, this is the origins of how it used to be, but you know what we see in world history is what they want us to think.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, there's a lot of studying for everybody.
You're right. You're right. I like that. We used to call it, we say Japan, true name was what? Napalm? Nippon?
Yeah, Nippon.
Nippon. Okay. Well, that's good. And you say that was Japan, not China.
Japan, yeah.
Japan, Nippon. That's good, bro. That's good to know.
If you think about it, what is the original name of America? All of these names wasn't their name.
Thank you. That's right. That's right. 100%. 100%, bro. Yep, because we know that they changed Akibalan to Africa from Africanos. And I remember reading Americas, and then was Americas or Americanos or Americas. I read that. And they changed the name upon whatever that guy name was. And the natives used to call this Turtle Island, or I knew an actual native of this land who knew his history. He used to call this XI, or it wasn't XO, it was XI, I believe it was. But yeah, man, when they came, they changed everything. So other than that, just want to share with everybody that I am that Michael in Daniel chapter 12, verses 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's me. Showing the holy people who they're really supposed to be, waking them out of their dead beds, which is really in their heads. For all of you who's living in the new, this is for you. I'm that same Michael in Revelations 12, battling that red dragon where Satan dwelled, who deceiveth the whole world but prevaileth not, because the horn is blown without a doubt. This was prophesied for you to see that Michael is really me. So we're going to call this, it ain't the total history of Rome, but some history of Rome. I put it like that. Some history of Rome. Some history of Rome. So other than that, we're going to pause my brother G1 and brother Patrick. Patrick, you ain't going to sleep over there, have you? I hope you're still up. Prince, should I say, not Patrick. Brother Prince, you still up? It's one of my brothers from my class.
Yeah, I'm still up.
Okay, bro, cool. Because I want to get with you on some information in a few minutes. But hold up. I'm going to pause y'all real quick over here on Zoom, since this is the long version. Peace and love. Be right with you. Right back. Peace.
Recording stopped.
All right. For Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube Live, how's everyone doing? Just wanted to share with you that don't forget on Tuesdays, we have Introduction to Sovereign Class of Knowledge. This on Tuesdays. Introduction to Sovereign Class of Knowledge. First, let me check and see if anybody say anything over here. Okay, Brother Craig. I'm sorry, I got this phone over my information. I couldn't see, but you said Brother Craig. And I mean almost everyone is religious. Exactly, bro. Almost everybody is religious. Factual. Glad you shared that. I had to move my phone because that's over the comments over there. So just to share with everyone, we have Introduction to Sovereign Class of Knowledge every Tuesday. That's every Tuesday from or at 7:30 a.m. Excuse me. 7:30 a.m. or 9 p.m. that night. Excuse me. 7:30 a.m. or 9 o'clock p.m. that night. The reason why is because we have people that's working early and some working late. So if you're working early, you can get on the late call. If you're working late, you can get on the early call. And this is to get your information in order to get freed from this satanic system, which is of the Roman government that we're sharing at this moment in time. So what you can do is what I'm going to share with you, what you could do. Excuse me. What you could do is text me your name, number, and your email. And once you text me to your name, number, email, which I'm going to give you the number in a few moments, I'm going to put your email in my Google Calendar. Once I put your information in my Google Calendar, it's going to come up in your email. Once it comes up in your email, you will accept my dates. I have 4 dates, 3 of them public, this being one, 3 of them being public, and the private one is Introduction to Private Class of Knowledge. Introduction to Sovereign Class of Knowledge, which is a private class. That's the only one that's private. It's not being publicized on any of these platforms, but it's on Zoom only. So, and once I send you that, you will take the invite, you will invite them, and then all the invites will come on your will come up on your Google calendar. If you don't have a Google calendar, download it so you can get all the dates. That way you'll be informed on what's coming on and get the notifications. Now, you will also be getting an NDA. I always share this. You'll be getting an NDA because a lot of people like to mix and match other information. Now, if you decide to mix this, because we got a particular format that we follow for you to get out of the situation that you're in, which is this Roman government. If you choose to mix that with other information out there and something happen, that's not on us. That's why we have you sign the NDA. That's the main reason why we have you sign it, even though it's private, because it's private information, because you're not supposed to mingle private with public. That's another reason as well. So when you get that NDA, you'll sign that, and then you'll have the access to the nights that we're doing. And as you enhance your knowledge, all of a sudden, and as you enhancing your knowledge, you enhancing the classes as we move. All right. So I just wanted to share that. So other than that, you can always text me. And when you text me, say, I'd like to know more information on the sovereign class of knowledge, because some could be just texting me about the alkaline water and alkaline teas. So let me know you want to know more information about the sovereign classes or the freedom classes. Text me at 770-572-5315. Again, that's 770-572-5315. And you can also email me at lkhyym@gmail.com. That's lkhyym@gmail.com. Okay, now if you like to get on the platforms, my platform, I have YouTube, one of my YouTubes, and my X, formerly known as Twitter. You can connect with me at the X, formerly known as Twitter, and also one of my YouTubes at JuicePro33, which is spelled JuicePro33. Again, that's JuicePro33, right? So you can connect with me on there, and you can get on my platforms, those two, and you can also connect with me on Facebook. My Facebook is Michael Harris, which is spelled M-I'(CHAEL) space HARRIS. Again, that's M-I'(CHAEL) space HARRIS. All right. Then you can also connect with me on, this always happens when I get done. You can always connect with me also on Instagram and one of my TikToks. That's my Instagram and one of my TikToks. And they are at Lakeim_the Juice, which is spelled LKHYYM_THEJUICE. Just put that in your search engine, which is LKHYYM_THEJUICE. Put that man, that stuff just come down on me. Put that in your search engine and connect with me if you like. Also, my other TikTok and my other YouTube is under Michael the Juice Harris. That's my other TikTok and my other YouTube is under Michael the Juice Harris, which is all one word, which is spelled MICHAELTHEJUICEHARRIS. That's all one word. Again, MICHAELTHEJUICE. Excuse me. HARRIS. Man, this stuff just coming down on me like crazy. So now, if you'd like to see the full version, You can check those out on patreon.com and or rumble.com/LKHYYM. That's patreon.com and or rumble.com/LKHYYM. All right. Now, for the Zoom platform, you can catch me. We'll just start off with the Sabbath. Even though that's the last day of the week, we'll start off with the Sabbath. The Sabbath day, which is Assembly of the Righteous, which is at 12 noon. Like I said, the peak of the day at 12 noon, which is the beginning of the evening, the end of the morning, beginning of the evening, at 12 noon on the Sabbath, is called Sabbath Assembly of the Righteous. This is Assembly of the Righteous when those that keep in the Creator's laws and word come together and we sit down, we go over the scriptures on the Sabbath, at 12 p.m. noon. Then on tonight, like we have Sunday, the night after Sunday, at 9 p.m., we are on Fight Fire with Truth, which is open conversation. Fight Fire with Truth, which is open conversation, which is where we are now. At 9 p.m. the night after Sunday. Then we are at the night after Monday, which is tomorrow night. Night after Monday, we're here at 9 p.m. at Michael's Knowledge of Truth. That's Michael's Knowledge of Truth, night after Monday at 9 p.m. Then, last but not least, we're here on, as I shared with you at the beginning of all this, Tuesday mornings at 7:30 a.m. and then the night after Tuesday at 9 p.m. At Introduction to Sovereign Class of Knowledge. So other than that, I'd like to thank y'all for your time, your patience, your listening ear, your seeing eye. This is the end of part 1 of Some History of Rome. Some History of Rome. We'll put it like that. Other than that, I'd like to thank y'all for your time, your patience, your listening ear, your seeing eye. We're going to say bye with the Instagram first. We'll be right back with part 2. Akumja and Malcolm Bowles. Thanks for coming through. Seeing you on here. You was on here for a moment. Thank you for your time, your patience, your listening ear, and your seeing eye. Appreciate, love you. See you soon, and always. Peace. Excuse me. Then we're going to say bye over here to Facebook. Excuse me. I'd like to thank everybody for coming that was here. Stay here for a moment. I'd like to thank y'all for your time, your patience, your listening ear, your seeing. I will be right back with part 2 of Some History of Rome. Peace. And over here on YouTube Live, I think y'all.
There's a site called the Tomb of Christ that a lot of this lore revolves around.
I'm about to say, what was that? I thank you for your time, your patience, your listening ear, and your seeing eye. Appreciate, love you. See you soon, and also be right back. Peace. Be right back. Hope to see y'all here.